Hello, my beloved viewers. I am a most unknown, humble, and ordinary inhabitant of this planet. My name is Kalyan Kumar Chakrabari. The dwellers of this planet are now going through an era replete with numerous woes, problems, and distresses. Bottlenecks are there aplenty. Scene 1. Unemployment is now highest in the last 45 years in India. Scene 2. The July-August-September 2019 quarter GDP rate in India is 4.5%. It is the slowest quarterly growth since 2013. Scene 3. Rural well-stocked shops in India are witnessing 40% dip in sales this year. Scene 4. Business leaders are of the opinion it is a difficult market for the new players, especially small, to enter given the slowdown. Scene 5. According to Nielsen, this year the third quarter growth in rural India has witnessed a southward trend to 5% from 20% in the corresponding quarter. Since I am an Indian, I have presented some glum snapshots from this country. I am talking about the ongoing economic slowdown that has engulfed and reigning all over the globe today. Certainly, it is one of the most excruciating perils the mankind is suffering from nowadays. There have even been instances of economic growth hovering through the negative firmament as well. This economic slowdown may well be clasped by slippage or culminate into recession of severe dimension if earnest, adequate, and benevolent steps are not taken immediately. Besides the fall of Lehman Brothers in 2008 and the subsequent fallouts thereof, there are many more contributors to today's slowdown. Man is a social being, so cannot and should not remain oblivious to the prevailing hardships. Eminent economists, planners, and thinkers all over the world are splitting their hairs, burning midnight oil in search of the solution. How to wriggle out of this all-pervasive mess? Talks of universal basic income, UBI, are also there. Such a situation calls for the importance and need of out-of-the-box thinking and its proper implementation as well. Such a backdrop heralds an age of new mindset that has the courage to take in its stride for embracing and applying a new thought process, going beyond and setting aside age-old, conventional, and traditional way of doing things. In the affairs of the universe, save and accept the wish of the Almighty, nothing is final, nothing is eternal, nothing is the ultimate. Arrangements, systems, conventions, practices, laws, rules and regulations are tailored for and by the mortal humans to suit their own requirements. They remain in vogue as long as they serve their purposes, as long as they are useful. Usefulness or utility over every system can be abandoned. Our greatest poet, philosopher, seer, Gurudev Rabindranath Tagore said, "তারপরে হয় ফেলে দিও ফুল যদি সে ফুল শুকায়." Translation: discard the flower if it gets dried. When we can see any prevalent system runs out of its steam and is no more workable, we must root for suitable alternative for the well-being of the common man. In this mortal world, barring the Creator, only man can do anything and everything. Since it is the human brain that is the breeding ground of new ideas. By dint of this very brain, only man can dream, only man can imagine, only he is capable of asserting. The Chancellor and the maker of post-World War II, erstwhile West Germany, that is Federal Republic of Germany, Konrad Adenauer, was a great votary and admirer of imagination. The history of human civilization is that of overtaking and conquering adversity first by coping with the situation and then converting it into opportunity for creating conducive atmosphere by waging war against adversity resolutely. And thus, disadvantage turns into advantage. Man is the architect and engineer of translating adverse tide into his favor, winning the wind away of the sails of adversity. Human resource is the best asset. If this asset is not nurtured and maintained properly, this very asset has the potentiality to transform itself into the worst liability. When the common man has got the ability to spend money for his family's welfare, he tends to consume. More the consumption, bigger the production, and healthier the economy. So, consumption is the cynosure of economic development. However, it will not be out of place to mention here our most beloved and revered His Holiness Pope Francis's benign advice against overdose of consumerism. We should be mindful of the Holy Papal Sermon in this regard. The main motto should be to give impetus on putting money into the pockets of people of the largest number possible for averting lopsided economic growth and also for accelerating consumption to ensure more production followed by healthier economy. There is the question of demographic dividend too. The society should not be deprived of the demographic dividend either. I am going to share with you now a new model or mechanism that descended on my mind and not experimented anywhere in the world till today. I think this model or mechanism has the potentiality to do wonder to prove its mettle and workability as one of the remedies for alleviating the ongoing economic slump, since there is no single panacea to weed out present economic distress. Equitable distribution of available wealth as far as possible can go a long way in this regard. My proposed prescription may not appear quite palatable at first sight. However, at a juncture when pangs of a disease are unbearable, the use of a bitter pill or two relieves and soothes the body and mind. This mechanism or system is not country-specific. Rather, it can be introduced and implemented in any country of the world after working out necessary modalities, taking respective ground situations into account. Unemployment or lack of adequate jobs is a burning problem almost across the globe. Overnight creation of sufficient new jobs for all is impossible. Even if it becomes a reality, it is likely to be a long haul, during which period problems are sure to grow manifold. So, why don't we try an altogether untraversed and unexperimented route for providing maximum number of jobs possible, for generating and ensuring employment for more and more people living in utter despair, endless darkness, and destructive hopelessness eating into their liveliness and morality? Yes, I am for introduction of shift system in offices, business establishments, etc., as this system is the norm in factories or workshops, with existing salary being halved for ensuring many benefits. Number one, almost double employment. Number two, social benefit of various types. Number three, enhancement of work culture. Number four, infusion of new blood into the workforce. Number five, distribution of scope and resource among the needy and the have-nots. And number six, flourishing of transport business and its allied industries and trade, etc. To elaborate, there can be two shifts in offices, etc. The first one being from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m., while the duration of the second one will be from 2 p.m. till 6 p.m. in a 6-day week. We are to convince people that through this very way, employment can almost be doubled. Unemployment problem can be mitigated. Social stability will prevail, and so on. A hungry, helpless, and restless society can do nothing good. This creates anarchy. The father figure, the greatest father figure, Swami Vivekananda's teaching is of uttermost importance and significance. He said, Dharma or religion cannot be practiced in an empty stomach. Besides being able to offer employment or jobs to a larger number of people, the new method is expected to help the families, especially the present-day nuclear ones, find more and more quality time to spend with their nearest and dearest ones, their children. Children in the present setup are devoid of sufficient affection and attention of their parents. In many cases, both the parents are out and busy in performing their household and office works all day long, and as such find it difficult to manage to allot quality time and energy for their kids. This system affects the upbringing of their beloved children to a great extent. Many of the members of the younger generation go astray, owing to lack of their parents' affection, attention, and guidance, resulting in weakening our familial and social bonding and stability. Then comes the question of furthering work culture, since this new system will be helpful in bringing momentum in official activities, as employees will find the least time to enjoy 40 wings behind the piles of files. Infusion of new blood into the workforce is another plus point to be counted, since younger generation will have greater representation. The benefit of the transport sector and its allied industries and businesses stand to reap is another feather to be added to the headgear, as commuting will double. These sectors will also be great contributors in generating employment. In factories and workshops too, the same methodology can be applied, converting 3 shifts of 8 hours to 6 shifts of 4 hours each, with the wage being slashed to half the existing one. Perform or perish should be the guiding mantra everywhere. Exemplary punitive actions must be taken against inefficient, delinquent employees of any rank or designation to ensure productivity, discipline, and development with the sole aim for social benefit. For further infusion of new blood into the workforce, there is a need to reduce the retirement age as well. By trimming the retirement age, the younger population can have a better chance to be employed. This is more pertinent in a young nation like India for ensuring demographic dividend. I had presented 26 proposals to the Honorable Chief Minister of West Bengal for overall upliftment of the state back in 2011. This model was one among those 26 proposals. I am yet to know whether this proposal has been accepted or not. However, the retirement age reduction aspect was not mentioned in that document. My instant exercise is a part of my endeavor to bring my proposed model or mechanism before the international community for the benefit of the common man throughout the world. This much today. I will be back with you again with more and more new, unique, and out-of-the-box ideas to share with you for the welfare of the humankind. I hope to be with you on the much talked about universal basic income UBI topic soon. I'll await most eagerly your call and response. Your feedbacks are welcome. My phone number is +91 8 7 7 7 3 7 1 1 6 6. Thank you all. See you again.